Current favorites. I know I'm always belated getting up my current monthly favorites, so I thought I'm just gonna lump them all together and just put my favorites that I've been enjoying the last month or two together, and that way, yeah, to let you know what I've been enjoying. Now the first thing I actually start out with is actually something I've got on my nails. I picked up a few weeks ago this new Essence nail polish, and hopefully I can get this on camera. This is, I think, one of the newer colours in Essence, and you can get this at Priceline or Target stores or selected stores in Australia. This is called Gorgeous Bling Bling. It's 116. It's actually like a paprika orange, or like an orange red with golden flecks in it. I'm not entirely sure if it'll actually show up, but you can actually see it in the lid. In Essence, which is what I like about Essence as well. The new nail polishes, you can actually see the finish and the color in the lid. It's not 100% correct to the lid, but it's actually pretty close, so I do like that. And that set me back only $2.75. So I've actually been enjoying it on its own, but also over the top of one of my old favorites, and this is the OPI nail polish in Ginger Bells. I think this is a discontinued at least a couple of years ago. It was a Christmas or a season nail polish, I believe. Hopefully that will show up. But that one, as you can see, it's a ginger color, nice ginger, warm orange. And that's something like I either wear on its own, or at the moment I've actually got it underneath the Essence nail polish. And at the time I picked this up for about $5. I mean, if you go around different beauty supply stores, you can probably see some of the discontinued colours there as well. I actually pick up one of my favourites for drying the nail polish, and it's this one. I know I've mentioned it numerous times before, but I've been really enjoying it the last month. This is the Demert Nail Enamel Dryer with mink oil. It's actually just a spray can, as you can see. And you get 212 grams of product. I like it because as much as I do love the OPI Rapid Dry, this mist spray, that can set me back anywhere between $15 to $20 for about half as much as this. And this only cost me about $8 from the supply store, so I like that. Do I like that? Another thing I have actually shown in my haul video that I got from Priceline is the Sukin Wellbeing Body Oil. Now, I cannot tell you how much I've really enjoyed it. Well, this is going to pick up. I've literally used like 2/3 of this bottle. I've obviously used way too much. I'm guessing it should last at least 3 to 6 months. You know, you use it properly, just a couple of pumps to do over your body, but I've just been going mad on it. And even after baths, after showers, while my skin's still damp, I just put a couple of pumps on. You see it's a pump lid, and it's got this beautiful tangerine mandarin orange smell, like a really nice sweet Jaffa smell, and I've been absolutely loving it, and it's been keeping my skin hydrated after showers and stuff. So I use it as my moisturizer and like a body oil after it. Actually been loving it, and particularly because I shower, or tend to shower at night, just the way that things work, because I get up so early in the morning. And yeah, you just get that really nice Jaffa scent during the night, and it's actually still there in the morning, which I really like. So been enjoying that. And again, with Sukin, I've mentioned many times, but there's no parabens, mineral oils. It's a straight made product, and this one's suitable for all skin types. You get 100 mils. It cost me $19.99, but you actually get a free nourishing lip treatment, as I mentioned, and I really like that too. So been loving that, going mad on that one. On the same lines of orange, if you do like orange scent, you might like this one. This is another moisturizer as well that I tend to go through, and this is something I do also for my legs and my feet, my arms, something I keep in my bag as well if I've got a big day bag. This is the Redwin, the Redwin Sensitive Skin Organics Moisturizer. Now this, in comparison to some other moisturizers, is fairly cheap. I mean, it's 100 grams and it cost under $4. It was like $3.90 or something from Big W. I got this one. I also have a vanilla and Kakadu plum, but the orange and bergamont's my favorite, as you can imagine. It smells like orange. And it has that not quite Jaffery, but it's more of a, I don't know, it's a softer orange. What I also like is the fact that it also is formulated for sensitive skin. It has no artificial colors or fragrances, no SLS, no parabens as well. contains certified organic extracts and oil. So you're getting that all in our under $4 product, which for Australia is pretty good. Because typically something like this, you'd grab it, and even though the main ingredient is water, you'd find that it also has, what do you call it, petroleum, the paraffinium, the mineral oil is pretty much the sole component of it. But in here, you actually are getting orange peel oil, what else have we got? Vanillin, jojoba seed oil, there's a whole smorgasbord, and I don't know how well this camera can pick up the font, but let me know if it actually does pick it up. But there is quite a few good ingredients in there. So the extracts, which is actually pretty good for a product in the price range, and the 100 grams. Also along the range of moisturizers is this one again. I picked this up in my Priceline sort of haul. This is one of the newer lines in Models Prefer that you can get at Priceline, and this is the Matte Me. It's the pore minimizing moisturizer. Now I grabbed this one. This was half price. I think it's normally $24 or so, and I got it for about $12. You can see it's just a white lotion. It's like a cream consistency. What I actually do, I use it as my daily moisturizer in the morning, and also acts as my primer, which is quite good because I do have enlarged pores around my sort of mouth and nose area. They're actually diminishing, not necessarily because of this, but because of another product which I will mention later on. I'm going to be doing a sort of a review of it. But yeah, I've loved this as a primer, which is pretty good because I do have a fairly oily T-zone, and it's been good at keeping my makeup on and priming my face as well for around those sorts of areas, my T-zone and my large pores. So I have liked that, and it sort of smooths over those areas. So if I rub it in very well and give it a few minutes, at least a few minutes, to actually sort of soak into the skin before I put on any of my makeup. So I've been finding that pretty good. And you get, how much of product? 50 mils of product in there. Now what else? Another face product. This one I showed in a haul I did ages ago at bbcream.com or mybbcream.com. I'll put the link down below. Now this is from Misha or Misha. It's the SPF 20 Matte BB Cream. Now let's see if this actually shows up on camera. Let's see. I'd actually call this like a pink grey undertone. It's more of a pink than a yellow, so which suits me fairly well. So it doesn't pink me out, was what I was saying. It does have a slight whitening effect though, because it does have the SPF in it. Hopefully that shows up. I do like it. It is fairly thick though, like a lot of my other BB creams, so it does take a bit to work in. And what I've been enjoying to use is just a synthetic buffing brush. This is the Sigma Flat Top Synthetic. Yes, it has been used. It's the F80. So that one I sort of use and sort of just buff it in and around. So if I'm doing a moisturizer or something, I can put this on, or I can use this as my SPF moisturizer, or like tinted moisturizer as well, like all in one. Put that on, let that settle into the skin, and then I can put on my foundation. But I've been loving to wear this on its own, like if I'm just kicking around at home, or if I've just got a short day at work, I can pop this on. For those long days though, I can put this on underneath my makeup. I might even stick on the MP moisturizer, do the chores around the house, pop this on, then put on the rest of my makeup, and I'm good to go for the day. So it's been actually fairly good. I wouldn't actually call it a complete matte. It does have a little bit of, I don't know if it shows up. It doesn't leave my skin looking matte, is what I'm trying to say. Because it does have 7 essential vitamin complexes derived from natural ingredients. But anyway, I'll put some more details sort of down the bottom on this one because I don't have the box handy at the moment. But the next thing I'm going to show is some eye stuff. Now I mentioned before in another sort of favourite haul video that I love the Ardell lashes, and actually I've got some on at the moment which have been my favourite for the last couple of months, and it's the 1110. So I've just picked up another packet, as you can see. So it's sort of good for giving me a little bit of volume at the bottom, but also good for giving me that sort of length, which I'm finding because my eyelids are drooping, everything's sort of going downwards, that need a little bit of perkiness there. So I've got those with the length. And again, like I said, I get these at Pulse Pharmacy, a little bit cheaper than buying them at Priceline. You get them there as well. Obviously online you can get Don't know how well the camera will pick up, again, my eyes, but it is at the afternoon, so I've had them on all day, pretty much since about 4:30, so maybe a little bit worn looking. But speaking of eyes, product I've been loving to use as an eyeliner, I mean, I did enjoy the Stralis, that new curve one, but this, I forgot all about this, and I got this ages ago at Big W. It's the BOE Cosmetics for $2, and it's just a black eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. I wouldn't say it's got a very fine point, as you can see. It's more of that sort of slightly rounded felt tip, but you can get a fairly good line with that, as you can see. But what really surprised me is how well it lasts all day. Like, I can do my face sometimes, do my eye makeup, say about 5 o'clock in the morning, and this will stay on right till night time when I'm, you know, putting my son to bed, and then I'm going to take my makeup off. That's like 16 hours or so lasting on there. It hasn't smudged, hasn't sort of dried up and flaked in the eye, hasn't sort of, you know, ended up in those little expression lines around your eyes. I've really enjoyed it for $2. I cannot complain about that. And yeah, it gives a fairly good line as well. I could probably do finer than that, but you can see what I mean. And yeah, it's fairly waterproof too, which is good for me because I don't have particularly sensitive eyes, but I do have eye drops I use during the day quite frequently because I wear contacts and I have a lot of sort of work that sort of dries out my eyes a bit. So I'm always obviously putting eye drops in, so I need makeup that's not going to sort of smear and run down my face. So that has been really good. So another thing I actually got fairly recently, about 3 weeks, but I've been loving it literally every day, is actually this blush. And this is the Lacura, cannot pronounce it for my life, but I got this at Aldi. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the range there. It's my first time trying it. So it's a powder blush. I just love the case. I think that's quite cute. And this is in number 76 Sunset. I'll get the mirror out. So obviously it came with a little brush, but I haven't been using that one. But it's a really nice, you can see, peachy pink. Apricot-y pink. That actually show up on, don't know how well the focus is. But it's a nice, it's actually a nice matte. It's fairly matte. I thought it was going to be like a sateen finish, but it's just a nice, well, sateen to matte, demi-matte sort of finish. And I think it's just so nice. So it's giving me a nice sort of warm glow to the face. Now that it's getting cooler, I tend to get a little bit washed out looking. So this has been really nice. And for $5.99, it didn't hurt the pocket too much. Eyeshadow, the single ones. I've got Halifax, which is this nice sort of matte pink. It's like a dusty pink or blue tone pink, which I really like. I like this as like a highlighter, as an all over lid colour, or anything to sort of brighten and warm. And this one, you can get this off, Cashmere. Come off lid. This is really nice. It's really nice soft brown. This will actually swatch. I don't think the colour actually come up, but it just gives a nice sort of warmth to my lid. I can use it as a crease colour, as an overall lid colour as well, but I like it's like a sateen sort of finish. And yeah, I love them because they're not strong pigment, but they're a fairly good pigment. They're just so soft, easy to blend, and I really like them, especially with my contacts as well. And these only set me back a couple of dollars. I got them at brandsexclusive.com, you know, one of those little websites that you can get little deals on. And last but not least, I've been really getting back into enjoying my Wet n Wild Colour Icon Trios. The three in particular I've been going mad over is the I'm Getting Sunburned, is that Silent? Yep, Silent Treatment, and Knock on Wood. This one I've been enjoying actually more for work, particularly these two as well. So I can use that as my all over lid and my brow colour, and this is like a crease sort of colour, and not too strongly, but because they're really pigmented. I'll just show you this one, just one swipe. And these are fairly matte, these ones actually. But this one, the I'm Getting Sunburned, when I want to sort of glam up a little bit, look at that. These are just mad. Look at that. Beautiful colours, and I truly hope I can finally do some decent swatches. But yeah, I mean, that one, that sort of goldy bronze one is just, wow. Hey, I don't even know if these things suit me, but I don't care. They're enjoyable. They're so well pigmented. I think they kind of got a luxurious feel to them, and they're a good value. I mean, obviously we can't get them as cheap as you maybe get able to get overseas for Wet n Wild. I mean, I got these from Crush Cosmetics, but in comparison to prices we pay for MAC, I think these are just fairly equal. They're good quality, good price. Now I've got makeup everywhere. They're so pigmented. You got to be careful as well. They don't get a little bit too powdery or too soft. So you really only need just a gentle touch of them, as you can see there. Boom. So guys, it's just a few, or more than a few favorites, but I truly just wanted to share with you what I've been enjoying, where I've got them from. Leave me down below in the feedbacks some comments on what your favorites are, and please let me know how the camera quality is. Okay guys, hope you have a lovely weekend ahead.